Now that I've reached the coveted 100,000 subscriber milestone, I can look back down the mountain and try to help some other really cool content creators get to this level, which is the absolute best thing about having clout, and anyone who tells you otherwise is a bad person who doesn't deserve that clout. So let's get started. But first, some honourable mentions. Obviously I can't put the Kombat Kings podcast on the list because I'm in it, but I have a lot of fun chatting with True Underdog and Sonic Heart XD about anything and everything, but especially Mortal Kombat. We'll be recording our first reactions to Cage Match on the show when that releases, like we did with Snowblind, so keep an eye out for that one. What else can we use to like push this topic back? I can't think of anything.
I had a weird nightmare.
Snake! Are you gonna betray your own kind, Snake? No, sorry, my lizard form came out again.
Serena was in this trailer.
Yes, it's in the trailer too, so we can talk about it. How about we start from the beginning, right, guys? The beginning!
How much can we edge Sonic and not let him finish? Just not let him release all his energy.
You've edged me since yesterday. Sort of like the beginning of the trailer and kind of work our way through.
Astra shows up right at the start, and It's Official is a newer name on the scene. The channel isn't focused on MK or even fighting games in general, but the name comes from Shaun, who was also the focus of one of the channel's early videos, detailing how bad writing ruined this icon. A lot of the channel's other content continues in that vein.
And Khan was just going to kill him before he suggested it, but he always capitalized on the events that took place in the plot and never missed a chance to gain something from it. In the Netherrealm timeline, Shao Kahn is an incompetent boob who couldn't plot a route out of a driveway if his life depended on it. The same thing could be said of Shang Tsung technically, even though he still comes up with the Outworld tournament idea, but this video is just supposed to be about Shao Kahn, so that's what we're going to focus on.
DigiValentine is not a fighting game channel, but his old series Who Dat covered a fair few Street Fighter and Tekken characters, analysing their characters, designs and stories. The show isn't made anymore, but it's still a fun watch.
That was the quickest change of heart I've ever had. This girl's reveal trailer made me forget that one of my favourite Street Fighter 3 characters was essentially getting sidelined due to an older sibling stealing their chair. I wasn't even mad, you know? Like, don't worry about Shaun, innit? Shaun's fine. Shaun's good. Let me just jam with his sister for a little bit and see how she do, you know what I mean?
And lastly, Ermaka isn't strictly a YouTuber, but they do have a channel where they post videos about a really fun project. What started as an attempt to turn MK Deception into a more complete package by porting over the Unchained editions has basically turned into a project to amalgamate Deadly Alliance and Deception into one game. They're even fixing up unused stages like the Cryomancer tomb and making them playable. This really is shaping up to become the ultimate, as per the name, release using the Deadly Alliance and Deception variant of 3D era gameplay. Now for the real list. First off, friends of the channel, the Realmcast. If you look at this and say, oh, another MK podcast, you are a fool. Yanni and Phantom will bring in guests from members of the community, to actors, to producers and directors of past MK projects. They even held a day-long stream when M1K got its debut trailer drop, where they had on a ton of past guests to discuss what we were presented with in that trailer, which was a ton of fun.
Sorry, Eddie, this is the Realmcast, but we will address the question. We are not the Nethercast. They are really cool. We do like them. We consider them a really cool show as well, but we are not them.
To be fair, there are so many Mortal Kombat themed podcasts.
Yes.
Perhaps too many. Perhaps we should fly all the hosts out to an island of some sort and they can fight to the death for the right to be the Mortal Kombat podcast champions.
As long as we get the statues, which relates right back to Eddie's question. Mind pulling that up again?
I don't want to list too many podcasts, but I'll give this one-man show a shout-out. Another MK-themed podcast, Shred Gaming, also invites members of the community on, including myself. The two of us had a fun chat about the new game a few weeks ago, just after the Lin Kuei trailer dropped, and we even worked out why Smoke and Rain were revealed together. We have the medieval levels, where there are enemy wizards who like zap you and turn you into a frog to kill you. And like, just imagine Rain as one of those guys. Like he's a guy you fight in Crash Bandicoot 3.
You know, it'd be funny if one of the developers at NetherRealm Studios was watching this episode and they're just like, shit, they figured it out. Oh crap. Like, and they go back and start rewriting.
I'm sure they're gonna do it as like when they do like a Halloween costume pack. He's gonna get some kind of like generic wizard look with a pointy hat and everything. I guarantee he's gonna get that.
Please do.
If ever there was a walking, talking Mortal Kombat Bible, it would be Tabmok 99. All of his videos comprehensively cover topics like past MK rumours and the Great Kung Lao Descendant debacle. I even turned to him for thoughts and feedback with certain videos like the recent Bihan misconception. He's also an all-time legend. Trust me, you don't know how important a role this man played in my life and those of many other MK fans back during the golden age with the Kombat Pavilion, a website centered on fan works like Sprite comics and animations back in the aughts. And it's still up and running to this day. He's dedicated, so go give him a watch.
The next bit of Mortal Kombat media that came out that addressed this issue was the Mortal Kombat novelization by Jeff Rovin. Now, obviously, this book is non-canon. It came out before the movies did, so the author took a lot of creative liberties when he filled in the gaps or when he just made up new details or in some cases even contradicted the backstory of the games. Now, because Scorpion hadn't been given an actual name yet in the games, the author decided to make one up. Scorpion here is named Yong Park, and his teenage son, who's said to be into art, is named Sway Park.
Darko Subotin is one you've most likely seen at least one video of. This is the individual remaking various MK4 endings in Unreal Engine 4 and 5, giving them an impressive increase in visual fidelity, but without deviating too much from the original's designs or goofiness, which puts them at least one rung higher than NetherRealm.
Going somewhere, Jarek? Jax! I thought you were going to... Thought I was what? Dead? Like my partner you just tossed off the cliff? I'm sorry, Jax. Please, don't drop me. Wait, I promise. Too late, Jarek. You can't drop me. You have to uphold the law. You have to arrest me. Wait, this is brutality. You can't do it. Wrong, Jarek. This is not a brutality.
Babe Ruthless is not only named after a Power Rangers monster voiced by Richard Epcar, which is incredibly based, but her area of focus is actually pretty unique. She analyses a fighting game arena, discussing background details and real-life inspirations you may not notice across all incarnations and discussing how it's changed over the years. I personally recommend the Kami Stage episode for the sheer amount of research done to try and figure out where it's supposed to take place, and the Deadpool because it's MK and I'm biased.
Remember when I said that there were rumors that you could use the hooks to kill your opponents? Well, this was added to Shaolin Monks and 11. The awe sound from MK2 and Deception also makes a return appearance, but weirdly enough, only when you throw an opponent into the pit on one side and not the other.
I found that channel through Thorgy's Arcade and his very long and informative retrospectives on various fighting game series like BlazBlue, King of Fighters, and the currently ongoing Street Fighter series. He also does a series where he builds the rosters of hypothetical fighting games from MVC4 to CVS3 to Castlevania Judgment 2. Seeing him explain all of his picks is always fun and intriguing. And he's recently started recommending other channels like Babe Ruthless, which I always appreciate.
So we'll have to think of some ways to make them all feel different, and when I look at Simon, I see a mountain of muscles. Heck, there are even some version of Simon's backstory that says he was raised by barbarians. Also, since Simon came from the very first game, that means he had access to fewer skills and abilities compared to later heroes. So, let's merge these two ideas together and have Simon mostly fight with physical attacks.
Mortal Kombat Reconciliation is an old-school sprite animation series beginning with a take on MK3 before going off to do its own thing, kinda like the Malibu comics. There's some really impressive sprite work and sprite edits, including the likes of Frost, and updating the character outfits such as giving MK2 Johnny his MK Trilogy outfit to keep his physical appearance consistent. This thing has been running for 9 years, with the most recent entry releasing in July, and it's only gotten more impressive with time.
Gotcha!
Guile Win Quote is a channel that just discusses whatever fighting game thing the creator wants, ranging from obscure games to Tiger Electronics fighters to delisted mobile ports. There's some nice variety here, so you never know what you're going to see next.
I really went into this thinking it was going to be a complete janky mess, and that's why it was forgotten. But no, it actually plays well. So Mortal Kombat Advance is still the worst port of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. But don't get it twisted. Even if this game is released on literally any other platform, it's not going to be a Mortal Kombat fan's new favorite version, as it's not one-to-one to the arcade version, and it definitely has some questionable things going on in it. Like how you can seemingly do specials when being grabbed and freak the game out.
MK Temple covers MK exclusively, with videos ranging from reviews of the movies, to discussions of specific lore topics and unused ideas, to a series explaining the entire narrative of the franchise.
Aqua was another joke character in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. rumored to be a black and yellow duck-themed palette swap of MK1 Scorpion. Yes, you heard that correctly. He's basically a black-clad ninja with a duck bill on his face. Aqua was the product of yet another gaming magazine gag. Aqua has gained a lot of popularity as a joke character since, and has had also a ton of fan art and even a fanfiction backstory. Pedro,
while not exclusively a fighting game channel, Gizo Gitai has a fantastic story analysis series on the Tekken franchise, showcasing just how far the series fell with 6 and 7's atrocious storytelling. He's also analysing Ace Combat games, which is a fitting companion piece if you recognise where Tekken 7 cribbed most of its story mode's presentation from. He's also been posting dissections of Tekken 8's seemingly random translations on his Twitter, which has also been interesting.
Despite Ling's insanity, she's still the protagonist of her own story. Even Paul has his own motivations and will. Asuka ends up as an event character for Jin, having no impetus of her own, with magic power donated to her through the wonders of nepotism. And this isn't to say the team doesn't know how to write. I've given plenty of examples of returning characters who are gifted with thought-provoking narratives.
All the channels discussed here can be found in the description, and there's also a playlist you can watch here that has a video from each of them to give you a bit more of a taste of what each of them offers. I did it this way because YouTube won't give me 10 card slots. Yes, YouTube is on the level of NetherRealm Studios and their customization, limiting you to 5. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because these channels deserve the exposure. They are good channels and they don't deserve to end up like me. It took me 17 years to grow. Do not let them suffer the same fate. Make them a success today.